Nestled in the beautiful sandhill regions of northwestern Nebraska, tucked against the Niobrara National Scenic River, lies a spectacular 40,520-acre ranch, a place of solitude and scenic vistas, where deer, elk, and wild turkey roam freely, and the peaceful flowing river runs past your doorstep. Welcome to the Circle Cross Ranch near Valentine, Nebraska. The spectacular ranch will be auctioned off to the highest bidder in an absolute auction in Valentine, Nebraska on December 2nd at 10 a.m. Central Time, and is a ranch property you should take notice of. Making up this property of rugged hills and gently rolling plains are 12,020 acres to be deeded with the property. Land use permits on the adjacent Samuel R. McKelvey National Forest add another 16,500 acres to the ranch. Private and state leases add another 12,000 acres to the property. A spectacular 7 miles of the Niobrara River flow through the property, providing ample water supplies to the ranch for pivot irrigation and recreational use, including kayaking and tubing on the river, for which Valentine is well known for. Let's look at some of the highlights of this exceptional ranch property. The Circle Cross Ranch is located about 32 miles southwest of Valentine, Nebraska, and is serviced by Miller Field, a public airport with runways of 3,700 and 4,700 feet in length. Driving through the ranch, you'll find open plains, rugged terrain, and roads that flow along the river through wooded areas, where the trees form a canopy over the drive. There are many cattle guards on the ranch, making it very convenient to travel through the ranch. There are 2 bridges crossing the river on each end of the ranch, plus 2 other bridges spanning the river for 4-wheeled vehicles. The property is income producing, with both plentiful grazing areas for cattle and substantial hay, corn, and other crop production from the vast grasslands and prairies. The ranch is irrigated by several wells on the property, as well as pumps drawing water from the river. Fully 1,100 acres of the ranch are irrigated through 7 electrically driven pivot irrigation systems by Valley Pivots. All of the pivots, pumps, wells, and motors are less than 10 years old. Water is both abundant and plentiful, as shown by this one stock tank, which is simply a pipe in the ground with no pump. The natural ground pressure provides the flow of water to this tank. Several stock tanks and ponds dot the landscape around the ranch for grazing animals or for a leisurely afternoon of fishing. While there are no windmills on the deeded portion of the ranch, there are several miles of underground pipeline that provides water to livestock tanks, as well as miles of new fences. Most of the improvements to the property have taken place within the last 10 years or have been extensively remodeled in that time. Making the operation of the ranch more efficient are top-quality facilities and many buildings by Morton, and include a machinery shed for storing farm equipment, 2 large calving sheds and holding pens, a fire truck garage, and a very large machine shop for working on all kinds of farm equipment. These buildings have all been constructed within the past 10 years. For guests and visitors, who want to take in the spectacular beauty of the ranch. There are 4 secluded hideaways. One getaway cabin is perched on an overlook, offering a spectacular view of the river. The other 3 guest houses are clustered together in another area of the ranch and are a gambrel barn-style design, perfect for visiting families or friends. The Circle Cross Ranch has 4 occupied homes, 3 of which are for the ranch employees and staff. One of the homes is a manufactured double-wide with an exceptional hilltop view. A second frame home in Morton Garage is located near the machine shop, fire truck garage, and calving sheds and pens. The third home sits uphill from the machinery shed and overlooks a grove of trees and the flowing river. The main house is a vision of peace and tranquility, with a spectacular view of the Niobrara River, which gently flows past the main house. You can sit for hours on the front deck listening to the peaceful sounds of flowing water, all while watching deer and wild turkeys in the surrounding fields. The main house features a 4,000 square foot cedar-sided home, a 2-car garage, 2 bedrooms, an office area, 2 full baths and a half bath, and an open and spacious family room and kitchen. All with a spectacular view of the river from any window. Behind the main house is another vehicle storage area and shop, with a restored hideaway room built into a former concrete silo. This is the ideal ranch for operating cattle and crop production, or for a country gentleman's ranch and getaway, a special place for friends and family to come and get away from the hustle and bustle of city life. This is an exceptional opportunity to own this extraordinary ranch property, being sold at an absolute auction. The cattle and machinery will be available to purchase as a turnkey deal. For more details, call today.